What is up, YouTube? I'm Devon DaVinci, leader of the Renaissance crew, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Now, before I go ahead and get into it, I just want to go ahead and answer this because in the past, I've gotten this question a whole lot, and I know that by coming into making YouTube videos again and having new channels and probably having a lot of new people and new eyes on my content, somebody's going to ask, what is the Renaissance crew? Now, normally I like for people to come up to the conclusions for this themselves because I figure it's kind of obvious, and maybe it's not the best idea to be like technically insulting the audience this early in getting back into YouTube's algorithm friendly ways, but the Renaissance crew is the subscriber base. If you're subscribed to my channel or any of my channels, or if you're a member of my Discord, then you are a part of the Renaissance crew. It's that simple. Now, if you would like to become a part of the Renaissance crew, hit that subscribe button. Or if you want to check out the Discord, link will be in the description box down below. Matter of fact, if you want to find any way of reaching out to me, you will find those links down below. My email is on my About page for my YouTube channel. My Blue Sky account is listed down there. My Instagram is listed down there. I'm not on Twitter anymore because I feel like Twitter's gotten kind of toxic. And I'm not just talking about like the Elon stuff and things like that. I'm talking about like very rarely will you find a post that doesn't have like some type of OnlyFans chick trying to advertise her wares and things like that. So, and again, nothing wrong with that. If you make that type of content, I'm not judging by any means, but I figure like, try to keep it on topic. So like if you have a post about like, say, the worst deaths in human history, which is what this video is going to be about, I don't need some chick down below talking about like, oh, well, wait till you see how this person destroyed me or something like that. And they always try to do little like innuendos and little references, trying to be cute with their little comments and stuff. All I'm saying is wait until I make a video related to something else. Then feel free to advertise your stuff and maybe somebody will be willing to check it out or something like that. But can we like not do it on the worst deaths in human history video? Just saying, Anyway, let's check it out and see what it has to offer. This video is by a content creator by the name of Junior Research. I believe this video will probably be appearing in my history related channel. I will also upload it onto my main channel. Again, if you haven't seen my other videos that I've talked about this so far, my main channel will get all of the uploads from every channel that I have collectively for about 2 months or so, and then after a while I'll stop uploading on that and I'll start uploading on the genre exclusive channels. Right now what I have planned is I have an internet related channel, in which case I'll be doing Try Not to Laughs, meme compilations, different types of compilations and internet documentary type videos, scary internet related stuff like creepypastas and stuff like that will appear on that channel. I will have a gaming channel, in which case I'll be doing my reaction to like different gaming related videos, Nintendo Directs, Sony State of Plays, trailer debuts, and gameplay videos, top 10s, different things like that. Anything that's pretty much related to gaming, as well as anything that's kind of related to geek culture. So I'm a big fan of like Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z, different things like that. So that content will probably also appear on that channel as well. So if you want to see that type of stuff, that'll be the channel you go to for that. And I'll have a third channel that'll be for history related content. So anything involving, say, Oversimplified or Salmonella Academy, content like this. I'll probably even throw the Tier Zoo videos on there as well. That'll be where you go to in order to see that type of content. Anyway, let's jump in this and see what it has to offer. It based on the thumbnail, it kind of reminded me of the Salmonella Academy type of videos. I don't know if Salmonella is making videos anymore. It's been a minute since I've checked out his channel. Maybe I'll have to go and get refreshed and see what he has to offer. But there have been a lot of people that have come through since then that have like mimicked his style and everything. And I think that that's pretty cool because we're in desperate need of Salmonella Academy videos, especially in this day and age. Life is rather depressing nowadays. So if you can find any type of escape that'll give you some type of comfort and just escape the harsh realities of life as a millennial, I feel that, then, do whatever you can. Anyway, let's check this out. There'll be a link for the channel at the end of the video that'll pop up somewhere around here. I'm still off. It's been a minute, so I'm kind of off on where exactly it's going to pop up. But it'll be around here somewhere. Anyway, that's it. Go ahead and check out the channel when the thing pops up. Like, comment, share, subscribe, because that's how they get all of their favoritism from the algorithm, ad revenue, different things like that. Watching this video by itself don't do anything for them, unless it introduces you to them, in which case you can go subscribe. But support the original content creators. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this.
History is full of people dying. In fact, some might suspect it's all we do. But there are some deaths that are way worse.
You can almost say it's inevitable.
For example, death by the upright jerker. No, not that upright jerker, you trash. This thing. The upright jerker is a contraption that was meant to replace your traditional hanging. This was primarily due to the ineffectiveness of traditional hangings. You see, in typical hangings, sometimes the drop will be too much and the person will end up decapitated. Or conversely, the drop be too little and the person takes too long to die. So eventually they realize what doesn't go down must come up, and they just flip the whole thing upside down. Instead of having the victim drop to their death, they were instead flung into the air using a counterweight. If this seems like an even worse way to hang someone, that's because it was. If you were unfortunate enough to be executed...
It kind of reminds me of those amusement park rides you'd see at like Six Flags or Cedar Point, the towers that like some of them will drop you down real fast, but then some of them, like, you'll be at the bottom, you'll just sit there and then it'll just shoot you up real fast in the air.
By this method, your death will be long...
Let me go back.
If you were unfortunate enough to be executed by this method, your death will be long and painful, as it was for the case of James Stephens, a 19th century man accused of poisoning his wife. For this capital punishment, he was sentenced to jerking of the upright position. However,
You'll be sentenced to be jerked
for some reason, the rope
until
was
you
not
die
severed in the usual way, with a blow of the hatchet. Instead, it was slowly run off from the post which held it. Because of this, he was raised gradually until his body was elevated about 4 feet from the ground. As a consequence, his neck was not dislocated, and death was instead produced by suffocation. For about 3 minutes after his suspension, he continued to struggle and contort in front of the onlookers. If this wasn't traumatic enough, they were also accompanied by the sounds of gurgling coming from his throat until his eventual demise. Drinking molten gold. This was potentially practiced more often than documented. It was practiced on both...
This seems like it would be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not counterintuitive, but like, aren't you essentially like getting rid of a lot of gold just to kill somebody? That seems like it would be a very bad, like, you can accomplish the same thing. Well, I don't want to give people fucking ideas and shit, but it seemed like you could accomplish the same thing by just like melting rocks or melting like aluminum or any type of freaking material. Just as long as it's molten, like it's hot. That's it. That's all it takes. Hot. Do you have to make it gold? Like, maybe if it was like an execution exclusive for like kings and stuff, then maybe I can see the symbolism in it, but I don't know, it just seems like you're just losing like a lot of money just to make a statement of some kind. I don't know, it just seems like a waste of time.
Gold. This was potentially practiced more often than documented. It was practiced on both sides of the Atlantic Ocean by the Romans and the Spanish Inquisition. The technique is self-explanatory. The victim would be restrained and their mouth forced open as molten gold was poured down their gullet. This is exactly what happened in 1599 to a Spanish governor in early colonial Ecuador. Native Indians of the Javaro tribe were being taxed unfairly in their gold trades. Because of this, they attacked the settlement of Logroño and executed the gold-hungry governor by pouring molten gold down his throat. The result would be severe damage to the organs and blistering of the lungs. It was also speculated that gas would exit through both ends as molten gold and blood spew out. Within 10 seconds, the metal would congeal again and fill the hole you used to breathe out of. Of course, we are still talking about gold here, so the leftover remnants of the execution were kept and resmelted back into limited edition gold coins.
Really?
I'm joking about that last part, but I doubt they wasted it. The Spanish...
Sound like they wasted it to me.
I promise I'm not joking with these names. This execution method is not as fun as it may seem. This terrible device was used in most of Europe during the Middle Ages. It's a very simple instrument that was used to tear a victim's skin apart. Due to its shape, neither bones nor muscles were spared. The victim was often naked and tied, making him or her completely defenseless. Then, the torturers began the sometimes public act of mutilating the victim. They often began with the limbs and slowly moved from the chest, back, neck, and finally to the face. Now, this has got to be one of the most misleading names for any execution method ever. It just doesn't roll off the tongue like Death by Firing Squad. But what it lacks in name, it makes up with in fear factor. My heart just goes out to the first person this was ever tried on. I sentence thee to death by Spanish tickler. Well, gee, that don't sound too bad. Where's the little guy hiding? Holy sh! The breaking wheel.
It's
Like the last one, this method served as a form.
It's like the most epic back scratcher you can possibly ask for.
Holy sh! The breaking wheel. Like the last one,
I'm
this
familiar with
method
this one.
served as a form of torture along with being an execution. The convicted would be taken to a public stage site to be tied to the floor. The wheel in question was a large wooden spoked wheel, typically the same one used on carriages. The wheel was used to mutilate the victim by dropping it onto their body. They usually.
That's not where I thought it was going. Now, I've heard of something similar to the breaking wheel or whatever, but what I thought it was they would tie somebody to a wheel, and somebody would have like a hammer and would like break their limbs as they're like spinning or whatever, and then they would slowly do a coup de grace and like hit their chest or something. I thought that was the breaking wheel. I didn't know you just took the damn wheel and beat the dude. That's not. I mean, don't get me wrong. It sounds efficient, but it's not as creative as I thought it would be.
started with breaking your shin bones and eventually made their way up to your onto their body. They usually started with breaking your shin bones and eventually made their way up to your arms.
I'm still getting used to it.
They even put sharp-edged wood under the joints, which worsened the entire experience. The body is then braided onto another wooden spoke, which is now possible due to you recently becoming a human noodle. After this, the executioner is now free to give you the old season finale. Now if you thought that was the end, ye have little faith in the cruelty of man. Sometimes they didn't even bother and just threw the whole medieval Autobot into a bunch of flames. Other times they were put onto spokes and hoisted in the air where they were scavenged on by birds as they decayed. Now there is still hope for you 19th century rapscallions. If there were any technical problems such as you falling from the wheel or the wheel breaking, it was seen as divine intervention and you were usually let free. Mock execution. Now this final death I save for last as it is the stuff of nightmares. In medieval Europe, there were many revolts and uprisings. One of them was led by Georg Doza of Transylvania. In the early 1500s, Doza led a peasants' rebellion against the nobility of the Kingdom of Hungary. He and his soldiers fought as well as a bunch of malnourished peasants could fight against an organized army. Eventually, Doza was captured and his execution was crafted to mock his ambitions. Doza was placed on a scalding hot iron throne and forced to wear a smoldering crown. He was then made to witness the execution of his own brother. There's more. While Doza was still alive, his body was subsequently used as sustenance for other prisoners of war. Yeah, good luck sleeping tonight. It is said that Georg Doza inspired many other peasant uprisings and even inspired a
Oh. 1 second. Did the audio shoot up? Just making sure. My audio's good. Audio's good. Just make sure that you guys see it's not me.
The execution of his own brother. There's more. While Doza was still alive, his body was subsequently used as sustenance for
just so you know it's not me.
of war.
Not touching nothing.
Yeah, good luck sleeping tonight. It is said that Georg Doza inspired many other peasant uprisings and even inspired a
Not me. Don't know what happened. Let's jump ahead and see if it shoots it. Well, no, I guess that's the end. Like, unless you want to see a stick man like pop lock and shit, I don't. I mean, the video was informative. I'm guessing that what was cut out was essentially like an outro, because the video ends after that. But up until that point, the video was very entertaining. So if you do like the actual content of the video, be sure to check out the original content creator. Go to the original video, which I always have linked in the description box down below. That way, like, if you want to go and show your appreciation by hitting that like button, or if you want to leave a comment on the original video, or if you're a aspiring reactor yourself and or already a reactor and want to know where I got the original link from, it's in the description box down below, so you don't have to worry about searching the internet for it. Now, it goes a long way. Whenever you go to their channels and you click the like button, it helps the channel with the algorithm, helps get the video pushed out more. More eyes equals more ad revenue for the original content creator, which helps motivate them to continue making these types of videos because, I mean, if you're getting paid to do it, then you get more time and to dedicate to doing it. Matter of fact, if you hit the like button on this one and you start helping me out with the algorithm, I will be doing this shit full time. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And again, the link for the original video will be appearing somewhere around here, or the link for the channel will be appearing somewhere around here, and as well as a recommendation for other content on my channel that is recommended for you. I'm going to give you the deuces, and I am signing out, so I will see you guys later. Peace.